So today we are going to talk about lesson 6 in the book, which is tables, how to add tables to Microsoft Word. First, any table consists of something called column, row, and cell. So in this table, you see the green squares, we call them row. So these squares, we call them row. And the red squares here, we call them column. Okay, and the intersection between the column and the row, we call it cell. So if we know the numbers of these rows, who can tell me what are the numbers of these rows? So let's count. This is number 1, this is number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here I have 7 rows. So again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this table consists of 7 rows. How about columns? How many columns we have? So here this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, this is number 4, and this is number 5, and this is number 6. So this table consists of 7 rows and 6 columns and again we say the intersection between the column and the row, we call it cell. So you see this yellow square, we call it cell. So we have many cells in this table. So let's go to our lesson. In our lesson we will know how to add tables using 3 ways: how to add table using menu bar, how to add table using toolbar, and how to add table by drawing that table. First, let's start open Microsoft Word, and I am sure you know that from start menu, all programs, I search for Microsoft Office folder here, and I click Microsoft Word 2010. So this is the Microsoft Word. I will be sure here that the cursor is in the left side, so this is for English, and we say if it is in the Arabic side, so it means you will start writing in Arabic, but no, we will write in English, so I'll keep it in the left side. Now, how to add table using menu bar? Let's see together. So I'll go from insert menu. Here I have table, and the table will be added where the cursor is pointing. So the cursor is here, so it means the table will be added here. So I'll click table and click what? Insert table. So in this table, how many rows and columns do you want? Let's assume that we have 4 columns and 3 rows. So I write here 4 in the columns, in the rows 3. I'll click OK. You see here I have now 3 rows and 4 columns and 4 columns. So this is how we add it by using what? Menu bar. Let's go to the second part, is how to add it by using toolbar. So in the toolbar here, I'll put the cursor here, I'll move it down by clicking on enter, down more. So here when I add table, it will be here. So how to add it? By using toolbar. Here toolbar, from insert the same place table, but no, not from insert table. I'll just draw the table here. So how many rows and columns do you want? For example, I want 4 columns. You see I am selected in 4 columns and 3 rows. So here I'll just click on this table. So you see, so now we added this table by using toolbar. So from insert table, this we call it toolbar. When I use insert table, we call it what? We call it here menu bar. So the last part is how to create table using what? Draw tables. So here I'll put the cursor here, I'll go down, so the table will be added here. I'll go from insert the same place, table, and now I will draw here the table. So I click on draw table, I'll go down. So first I will draw the outer border or outside border. So I'll just keep clicking uh, on the left of the mouse, and I'll drag it to make the outside border. So this is the table I want. I'll start also the same. I'll keep clicking on the mouse, the left side, and drag the table. So this is one column, this is two columns, this is three columns, and these are four columns or five. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about these are 5 rows. How about columns? From here I'll just drag from up to down. So this is number 1 column, this is number 2 columns, and this is number 3 columns, and this is the fourth one. Now we know how to add columns or how to add tables by using the 3 ways. So how to insert data inside these columns? It's easy. I'll just, how to remove this pencil? Do you notice that the cursor is as a pencil? I'll just click the mouse escape, in the keyboard the escape button. So here, if I want to write here, I'll just put the cursor inside and write anything. For example, here I'll write class 4. I want to write here, I'll click here, write for example class 5, or here I want to write, click here and write class 6. Okay, so this how to add tables. Let's see what we have more in our book. So as we say, this is the menu bar, and this is the toolbar, and this is the draw table. First, let's do this activity. Let's draw this table here. First, before we draw, we will know how many columns and how many rows we have. I think you notice that we have how many columns? Right, there are 3 columns. And how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rows. So 3 columns and 4 rows. So I'll open Microsoft Word. I'll just go down here. I'll go from insert. So let's see, we will add the cursor. We'll see the question. He said what? Create this table. So we will use just menu bar from table, insert table. We said how many columns? We said 3 columns, right? How many rows? I'll click just 4 rows. I'll click OK. Now we're done. Let's just start writing this. Here we have section, here we have a grade, and here we have name. So I'll put the cursor here. I'll write section. Here I will write grade. So I click inside to write. Here I'll click here and write name. So I think this is easy. So we finished with this exercise. So I think this is the last of, or the end of our lesson. Okay, so now we finished this lesson, which is table. I think it's easy. So this is our lesson today. Thank you and goodbye.